What if I told you that the secret to a calm, peaceful home isn't about buying more storage containers or spending hours cleaning every day? There are people who wake up each morning to a home that feels light, organized, and full of peace. Their spaces aren't perfect, but they feel right. They don't feel overwhelmed by mess or stressed by clutter. And here's the beautiful part. They didn't get there by working harder. They got there by learning a few simple habits that change everything. These habits come from a culture that has been creating calm, beautiful spaces for centuries. If you've been feeling tired of the mess, exhausted by the constant cleaning, or frustrated because your home never feels quite right no matter how hard you try, this video is for you. By the time we finish today, you're going to discover 5 powerful habits that can transform your home into a place of real calm and comfort. You'll learn why these habits work, how to start using them right away, and most importantly, how they can give you back your energy and peace of mind. Stay with me until the end, because the last habit might be the most important one of all. Let me start by saying something important. You deserve to feel calm in your own home. You've worked hard your whole life. Your home should be your sanctuary, not another source of stress. And creating that sanctuary doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. It just requires a shift in how we think about our spaces and our belongings. Tip 1. Remove your shoes at the door. This first habit is so simple that you might wonder if it really makes a difference. But trust me, it does. The habit is this. Take off your shoes as soon as you enter your home. That's it. Just remove your shoes at the entrance and leave them there in a designated spot. Now you might be thinking, how can something so small create calm? Let me explain. When you remove your shoes at the door, you're creating a clear boundary between the outside world and your home. All the dirt, the dust, the stress of the day, it all stays outside. Your floors stay cleaner for much longer. You won't need to vacuum or mop as often. But more than that, this simple act becomes a ritual. It's a signal to your mind and body that you're entering a different space now. A space that's yours. A space that's clean and peaceful. Think about how much dirt and dust we track into our homes every single day on the bottom of our shoes. All that grime gets spread across your floors, into your carpets, onto your furniture. You end up cleaning and cleaning, but the dirt keeps coming back because you keep bringing it in. When you stop wearing shoes inside, you cut that cycle. Your home stays fresher. The air feels cleaner. You'll notice the difference within just a few days. Here's how to start. Choose a spot right by your main entrance. It could be a small mat, a basket, or even just a clear area of floor. Make this your shoe spot. When you come home, take off your shoes and place them there. If you live with family, encourage everyone to do the same. You can even keep a pair of comfortable slippers by the door so your feet stay warm and cozy. This isn't about rules or being strict. It's about creating a small moment of transition that protects your peace and keeps your home cleaner, with almost no effort. Tip 2. Keep surfaces clear and empty. Now let's talk about surfaces. The counters in your kitchen, the top of your dresser, your bedside table, even your dining table. Look around your home right now. How many of these surfaces are covered with things? Papers, mail, keys, cups, random objects that you meant to put away but never did. This clutter isn't just messy, it's exhausting. Every time you look at it, your mind has to process it. And that takes energy even if you don't realize it. This second habit is about keeping your surfaces as clear as possible. Not perfect, not empty like a museum, but clear. The goal is simple. When you look at a counter or table, you should see mostly empty space, maybe 1 or 2 items that belong there, but not a pile of things. This creates visual calm. Your eyes have a place to rest. Your mind doesn't have to work so hard. And suddenly your home feels more peaceful, even if nothing else has changed. Here's the truth about clutter on surfaces. It multiplies. You put down one thing, then another, then another. Before you know it, the whole counter is full and you can't even remember what's under there. It becomes overwhelming to clean because you have to move everything first. So instead of cleaning, you avoid it. And the clutter grows. But when you keep surfaces clear from the start, cleaning becomes easy. A quick wipe and you're done. Start with just one surface. Maybe it's your kitchen counter or your bedside table. Clear everything off of it. Everything. Then look at each item and ask yourself, does this belong here? Does it need to be here? Most things can go somewhere else. The mail can go in a folder or basket. The keys can hang on a hook. The cups can go back to the kitchen. Find homes for these things so they don't live on your surfaces anymore. Then make it a daily habit. Before you go to bed, spend 2 minutes clearing that surface. Just 2 minutes. Put things back where they belong. This small habit will change how your home feels. I promise you. Tip 3. Own less but choose better. This third habit is about changing how we think about our belongings. We live in a world that tells us we need more. More dishes, more clothes, more decorations, more everything. But here's what that culture of more has understood for a very long time. Having less can actually make you happier. Not less of everything, but fewer things that are better quality and truly useful. If this content is helping you so far, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And tell me in the comments where you are watching from. I love knowing where this message is reaching. Think about your kitchen for a moment. How many cups do you own? How many plates? Now think about how many you actually use. Most of us have cabinets full of dishes, but we use the same few favorites over and over. The rest just sit there, taking up space, making it harder to find what we need. This happens with everything. Clothes we never wear, books we'll never read again, decorations that don't make us happy anymore. All of this stuff requires our energy. We have to clean around it, organize it, think about it. And for what? We're not even using it. The habit here is simple but powerful. Start letting go of things you don't need or love. Keep the items that serve you well. Keep the things that make you happy when you see them. But let go of the rest. You don't have to do this all at once. Start small, maybe with one drawer or one shelf. Look at each item and ask, do I use this? Do I love this? Does this make my life better? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. You can donate it, give it to family, or throw it away if it's broken. Here's what happens when you own less. Your home becomes easier to clean because there's less stuff in the way. Your cabinets and closets become easier to organize because they're not overflowing. You can actually find what you need when you need it. And most importantly, you feel lighter. There's less weight on your shoulders, less to worry about, more space to breathe. This isn't about living like a monk with nothing. It's about surrounding yourself only with things that truly serve your life and bring you joy. By the way, if you'd like to save time and money while keeping your home always clean, organized, and smelling fresh, I've prepared a complete guide with easy homemade recipes, a practical weekly checklist, and professional tricks that really work. The link is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. Now let's continue with the video. Tip 4. Clean a little every day. Let me ask you something. When you think about cleaning your home, how does it make you feel? Tired? Overwhelmed? Like it's this huge mountain you have to climb? That's because most of us were taught to clean in big sessions. We wait until everything is dirty, then we spend hours trying to get it all done at once, and it's exhausting. No wonder so many people avoid cleaning until they absolutely can't anymore. This fourth habit changes everything about cleaning. Instead of waiting for the big mess, you clean a little bit every single day. Just a little. Maybe 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. That's it. You're not doing a deep clean. You're not scrubbing everything top to bottom. You're just tidying up and wiping down as you go. This keeps your home in a constant state of mostly clean, instead of swinging between perfectly clean and totally messy. Here's why this works so well. When you clean a little every day, messes never have time to build up. Dishes don't pile up in the sink because you wash them right after using them. Counters don't get sticky because you wipe them down each evening. Floors don't get covered in dust because you sweep the high traffic areas regularly. Everything stays manageable. And because it's manageable, it doesn't feel like work. It just becomes part of your routine, like brushing your teeth. Let me give you a simple plan to start. In the morning, spend 5 to 10 minutes doing a quick tidy. Put away anything that's out of place. Make your bed. Wipe down the bathroom sink, that's it. In the evening, spend another 5 to 10 minutes. Do the dishes or load the dishwasher. Wipe the kitchen counter. Sweep the kitchen floor if it needs it. Maybe straighten up the living room. These small actions take almost no time, but they keep your home feeling fresh and calm. You'll wake up to a tidy space instead of yesterday's mess. And that changes how your whole day feels. The beauty of this habit is that it prevents that horrible feeling of being overwhelmed. You never look around and think, where do I even start? Because there's no huge mess to start with. Everything is already mostly in order. You're just maintaining it. And maintaining is so much easier than catching up. Tip 5. Create spaces that breathe. This last habit is about how we arrange our homes and our belongings. Walk through your home right now and look around. Are your shelves packed completely full? Are your closets stuffed with things? Is every corner filled with furniture or decorations? If so, your home can't breathe. And if your home can't breathe, you can't breathe either. Not really. Not in the way that brings true calm. This habit teaches us to leave empty space on purpose. Not because we don't have enough things to fill it, but because empty space is valuable. Empty space gives your eyes a place to rest. It makes a room feel bigger and more open. It makes it easier to find what you need because everything isn't crammed together. And most importantly, empty space creates a feeling of calm. Your mind relaxes when it sees open, uncluttered areas. Think about a shelf in your home. Maybe it's a bookshelf or a shelf in your kitchen. Instead of filling every inch of that shelf with books or dishes or decorations, try this. Fill it only about 70% of the way. Leave some space between groups of items. Let the shelf breathe. You'll be amazed at how much better it looks and how much calmer you feel when you look at it. The same principle works everywhere. In your closet, leave space between the hangers so your clothes aren't crushed together. On your walls, you don't need to cover every inch with pictures or decorations. A few meaningful pieces with empty space around them look better and feel more peaceful than a wall completely covered. This isn't about having an empty home. It's about being intentional with your space. Every item you own should have a proper home, and there should be enough room in that home for the item to sit comfortably. When everything is crammed and stuffed, finding anything becomes a chore. When things have space, everything is easier. You can see what you have, you can reach what you need. You can keep things organized without fighting with them. Here's how to practice this. Look at one area that feels cramped or overwhelming. Maybe it's a closet, a drawer, or a shelf. Remove everything from that space. Then, as you put things back, leave gaps. Don't fill every inch. Group similar items together, but give each group some breathing room. If you find that you can't fit everything back with space to spare, that's a sign you might own more than you need. And that brings us back to tip 3. Own less, but choose better. Let me tell you something from my heart. These 5 habits aren't about making your home perfect. They're about making your home peaceful. They're about giving you back your energy so you can spend it on things that matter. Time with family, hobbies you love, rest and relaxation. You've earned that. You deserve a home that supports you instead of draining you. These habits work because they're simple. You don't need special skills or expensive tools. You don't need to be young or strong or have hours of free time. You just need to take small steps, one at a time. Start with one habit that speaks to you. Maybe it's taking off your shoes at the door. Maybe it's keeping one surface clear. Whatever it is, start there. Practice it for a week or 2 until it feels natural. Then add another habit. Slowly, gently, your home will transform, and so will how you feel in it. I want you to know that it's never too late to make changes. It doesn't matter if your home has been cluttered for years or if you've never had cleaning habits before. You can start today, right now, with one small choice, and that choice can lead to another and another until you wake up one day and realize your home feels different. It feels calm. It feels like yours, and that feeling is priceless. Which of these 5 habits are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and know which idea resonated with your heart today. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can keep learning simple ways to make your home and your life more peaceful. Before we finish, let me share something quickly. If you want to keep your home truly clean, organized, and always fresh without spending too much, I've prepared a complete guide with simple homemade recipes, a weekly checklist, and the most effective tricks used by professionals to keep everything spotless. The link is in the first pinned comment. Now, let's take what we learned today and put it into practice. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for caring about your home and your peace. You matter, your comfort matters, and I'll see you in the next video.